And welcome back. I'm here with Harlan Mitchell, an attorney downtown. How are you?
Just fine, you?
I'm doing great. I say downtown, but if you can hear my voice, you can definitely talk with Harlan and actually go to his office. You don't have to be in Athens. You take clients from all over.
I do.
Well, we're going to talk about, we're going to kind of jump on a few different subjects here. One, of course, DUIs. You handle DUIs. We've talked about that.
I do.
And hopefully a lot of us, or a lot of people, were very careful over the holidays. So things were kind of a little calm. But personal injury, when we talk about personal injury, what does that mean?
Well, it means traffic accidents, if you slip and fall in a commercial establishment, just any injury you may incur while out here during your normal course of your day. If
someone is injured at your home, and obviously you have homeowners insurance, is that something that falls on that?
It is. A lot of times your homeowners will pay for to have them treated medically.
Whatever that's needed there.
Yes.
Also talking about divorce a little bit. When you're going through a divorce, a lot of people sometimes don't remember to change those wills. And I say that because you also do wills and estates, things like that.
Yeah, it's very important to remember that as you divorce, you're going to need a different will. You're going to need different beneficiaries. You're going to need that on your life insurance policies. Bank accounts, everything.
Because a lot of times you don't think about changing that beneficiary at the time, or you just don't even think about the policy, and if something were to happen, that would really make a lot of people mad if it all goes to an ex.
I'm sure it would.
I'm sure you have to deal with that quite a bit. When you're dealing with wills, Harlan, how long is it after the death of someone before that is all distributed?
Well, from the time you file a claim at the probate court, it's 6 months for creditors to file their claims. So it's going to take anywhere from 6 to 9 months from the time you file to actually get a closeout on the estate.
Okay, great. When you go into a courtroom, luckily I haven't had to do that often, but when you go in, how dangerous, I guess, can you say, is it for someone to go with lack of representation?
Well, I think it's always beneficial to have representation because, especially if it's criminal, there's certain rights you need protected, and if you're going through a divorce, there's certain things you may not know about how the law handles the finances of your marriage, the sale of your house, retirement. You really need somebody to guide you through all that.
If you're splitting debt when you're going through a divorce like that, Harlan, and it is the ex's responsibility to pay certain things, and they wind up not doing it after the fact, even though you may be a co-signer on that bill, does that matter really? Or because you can't make them pay it, and you're still responsible as a co-signer.
You're still responsible as a co-signer. However, you can file a contempt petition with the court and ask the court to hold that person in contempt. And if you get a money judgment, then you can levy and execute on any property they have to get the money to pay off that debt.
Okay. Let's switch gears and talk about if you have a business and you're wanting to sue someone for lack of payment. Did you handle that the same way?
Sure.
Okay.
Just, send notice out that they owe this money and give them a chance to pay it. If they don't, then you just turn around and file suit against them.
Okay. And is that something, I know there's small claim courts, but you can also use an attorney to do that?
Sure. If it's, anything under $3,000 that are working small claims, you're better off to go do that yourself. But if you start getting into 10+ thousand, then you may want to hire an attorney to help you.
That makes a lot of sense there. What haven't we covered? Car accidents. Car accidents. Insurance companies?
The insurance company's going to rush to you, try to get your statement and get your side of the story and try to get you to settle it out without any concern about what your long-term effects may be.
Yeah, and you need to make sure you have a good insurance agent because, there, a lot of us have personal relationships with them too, and you want to make sure you have a good one looking out for your best interest.
That's true.
Boy, oh boy, it's a new year. I think, what is the highest thing that attorneys will have to deal with right now?
Probably in the next few weeks. Normally, divorces spike after the holidays, and that's what I would anticipate mostly coming up in the next. That'll be the majority of the calls we get in the next month or so.
Everybody's decided wait until after the holidays, get through all the family, or they're finding out they're getting their credit card bills in now, and financial stress is reaching them. What about bankruptcies? Do you handle bankruptcies?
I don't anymore. I used to, but I just quit.
And you can recommend, if someone comes to your office and they need something like that, can you recommend them to people?
Sure.
Great.
I know 2 or 3 good bankruptcy attorneys.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that you're covered like that. If somebody's going through a divorce and they're wanting to use one attorney, what do you say about that?
Well, you know, if people can agree on how they want division of their assets and their debts, then one attorney can help them. And there's always, like I'm trained to mediate divorce cases, and they can come to me and we can actually mediate and resolve their issues, and then another attorney is required under the mediation rules to draw up the final paperwork, but they can save a lot of money that way if they want to do it that way.
Well, that's good, but how many divorces do you see that are really amicable?
Well, we settled quite a few through mediation since they've started ordering it in some of the cases.
Okay, so that can be something that's ordered.
Yes.
To try to do it. Well, good, and that'll help get it settled quicker. And in Limestone County, how long does it take to get divorced?
It's starting to get a little quicker, but from 12 to 18 months.
12 to 18 months, because I knew 18 months in Huntsville as well. So it's a long process. Don't think you're going to, in that time when you're going through it and it takes that long before it's actually final, is either party free? I mean, do they go out, they continue dating, do they go on with their lives? Is it pretty much over, or do you recommend?
I recommend they don't. I recommend
that, still married,
that they honor that marriage vow until the judge signs the divorce decree.
Good idea. All right, Harlan, of course, you can give his office a call. He'll be glad to talk with you about any questions that you may have. You have consultations as well, I'm sure?
Yes, I do.
All right, and you're located where, Harlan?
213 South Jefferson Street.
Say that again? 213
South Jefferson.
South Jefferson, very easy to get to. If you need any of the information here, phone numbers, or need to get in touch with Harlan, you can always give me a call, 603-4848. Thank you very much. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, Coleman Dental Group is here. We've got a little video to share with you on Coleman Dental. You want to make sure you take care of all your teeth and your gums. We'll be back right after this.